Hey guys, welcome back to Wix Fix. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you a fix for the next and previous button on dynamic pages. If you don't know what I mean, sometimes when you add a database to your website and you have dynamic pages, sometimes there'll be a strip down here with a next and previous button. If you don't have that, all you have to really do is add another strip. We can make it kind of short because it's only going to hold 2 buttons. And then all we have to do is just add one button over here to the left. And we're just going to copy and paste it and add another one to the right. This first button can be previous. And this second button can be next. Now what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and click that button and you can press connect data, and you can say for this previous button, you want it to connect to the previous dynamic page. And for the next, of course, same exact process, but instead of previous dynamic page, you want to choose the next dynamic page. Now, there is an issue with this. If I go to someone's dynamic page and press next, it's going to work just fine. If I go previous, it's going to work just fine as well. However, if we go to the dynamic all page and we look at the database here, basically, we're going to see Brian Chung is at the front and Ashley Emerson is in the last spot. So if we go to Brian Chung's dynamic page and press preview, you're going to notice that the previous button is now disabled. So I can't go previous to the last person in the database, which is Ashley Emerson. And if I go to Ashley Emerson, the next button is now disabled and it's not letting me go back to Brian Chung. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to actually make it to where these database pages are looping instead of just being cut off at the end or at the front of these databases. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is actually just unconnect these previous and next buttons from the databases, because we're going to be doing it with a little bit of code. Now this code, of course, as always, will be available on my website for free. So if you are interested, be sure to click the link in the description. The next thing we want to do to prep this code is actually add another data set to the page. So we're going to go to add content manager dataset. Since we are on a dynamic page, we already have a data set on the page, but this one is set to a single item, which is displaying a single item from the database on the page. But what we need is a data set on the page that is looking at the entire database. And just for fun, I'm going to set the number of items to display to like something crazy high, like 50. Now we can actually enable the dev mode. So we'll go up to dev mode and say turn on. Now what we want to do is grab this previous button and change it from button 3 to previous. And then we're also going to grab this next button and just call this one next. Now what I want to do, I'm just going to copy and paste in some code right here. And I'm not going to go line by line like I normally do, because this is pretty hard to explain. And to be honest, I had to have help to even do this myself. So it is a little bit more complex than what I would normally show on the channel. But again, this will be available for free on my website. So feel free to just copy and paste it. Now, if you name your previous and your next button differently, make sure you come into this code and make sure all the hashtag previous and hashtag next are all the same as your button names. All right, then what we want to do is come over to the team all page, and we're gonna have a little bit more code to paste in. So we're gonna paste in this code right here, and then we're gonna press save. Now, if I go ahead and press preview, and we go ahead and select Brian Chung, and we go to his page, we're going to notice that we can go to the next page, but we can also go back to Brian Chung's page. And if we press previous, it's going to take us to Ashley Emerson. And if you remember, Ashley Emerson was the last person and Brian Chung was the first. And then if we go ahead and press next on Ashley Emerson, it should take us back to Brian Chung. But that's basically it for the video today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, please consider giving this video a like and consider subscribing for more Wix content coming out really soon. Thank you all again, and I'll see you all in the next one.